Hey, Michael Church with Crawl Space Ninja, and I'm with Brian Canfield of Aprilaire.
Hello.
And what we're going to do today is talk about the new E-Series that's come out that Aprilaire is producing and how it compares to the other models. And we're going to start with the E070 and how it compares to the Aprilaire 1820. Stay tuned. So if you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to crawl spaces, basements, air sealing and dehumidification, and even try to explain dew point. So we hope you'll subscribe to our channel and ring that notifications bell. Okay, Brian, it's been 2 years since we've had you in the studio, otherwise known as my office. Today we want to talk about the E-Series, the E070 compared to the 1820. You guys rolled out the E-Series when?
Well, the E-Series was rolled out officially on May 1st of 2021. And we're really excited to take our product category that's already been industry leading, and now we've made it even better.
That's great. And so tell our viewers, what's the difference between the E070 and the 1820? Is it better? Is it about the same and you just rebranded it? What happened?
Well, a lot of our items within the lineup had some changes both technically and visually. Fortunately, the E070 and the 1820, there were no changes. It was pretty much just a rebranding. Since that product in that category space was already a top performer, we just incorporated it into our new line.
But right before you rebranded it, there's some of the things about the 1820 that's different than some of the competitors that are out there. Tell the viewers what that could be.
Absolutely. So the 1820 beforehand and now the E070 have several things that make it a leader in its category. First and foremost, it has aluminum coils. What does aluminum coils mean? Well, Mother Nature, rusting, always are going to win. I come from Wisconsin, and when you go through a Wisconsin winter and you've got salt on the roads going up underneath your car, that's a prime place for rust to form. When you have aluminum coils, they resist corrosion, and it takes our warranty, which is already industry leading at 5 years, and really adds that trust and that reliability, knowing that with aluminum coils, you're not going to have a coil that rusts out in a refrigeration system that's compromised.
That's very good. And plus the E070 operates on dew point versus relative humidity.
Exactly. Another great point. So in addition to just having whether a dial that you turn or just reading the relative humidity in the air, we also factor in temperature. And temperature is very important because obviously, relative humidity at 90 degrees and 60% is a heck of a lot different than relative humidity at 40 degrees and 60%. So that kind of smart brain inside the unit makes it operate only when it needs to and only when it needs to make that environment, a comfortable, healthy place to live in.
So it's pulling more grains per pound of moisture out of the air at that level, is that right?
Absolutely. It's pouring more grains out in a more energy efficient and more efficient use of the house's energy.
I think the E070 is our best seller. We install it the most. Basically, you designed it as a crawl space dehumidifier. Is that correct? Because of its compact size and all that.
It's compact size, and it also is extremely low on the noise spectrum. So obviously when you're putting a unit in your crawl space and sometimes it's under bedrooms, maybe it's under an office or an entertainment space where families are commingling and hanging out. So obviously you want something that's quiet in addition to having high performance.
And it has a higher CFM fan, if I'm not mistaken as well. Is that correct? Than the E80 and the E100?
In its category, it has a very high CFM fan. And the other reason it does that is unlike any other dehumidifier in its space, it also has the ability to ventilate. So you can move air around the crawl space. In addition, if you needed to ever bring in fresh outdoor air for any reason, it has the ability to do ventilation as well. So it really is kind of a triple threat. It's packed with lots of different features.
That's good. That's good. So as I mentioned, that's our most installed dehumidifier is the E070, the 1820. It's small, it's compact. We're able to get it in spaces where we normally wouldn't, but there is a situation where we may not install the E070, and that's when you have a very large crawl space or a crawl space that is broken up. It can't exchange air as well or different things like that. So how big of a space would that E070 cover, whether it's a basement, crawl space, or whole home? What's it rated for?
For a standard crawl space, we say anywhere from going up to 8 feet and below. We say 2,200 square feet is really our recommended. So that will cover a lot of your applications, and especially in the Southeast and areas where you have really tight closed crawl spaces, it's really going to help you in most of your applications.
So based on an 8-foot ceiling, you're about 2,200 square feet.
You're about
up to 2,200 square feet.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, thank you, Brian, for coming in and sharing that information with us. And if you all have a question for Brian, we hope you'll post it down below, and we hope you'll make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.
Thanks, Michael.